Shit Show. I am Turch, and with me is my co-host, the CEO, the man that loves Kiss. It's Kieran. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing excellent, and it's great to have been able to see Kiss live in Melbourne, but more importantly, Dead City Ruins.
Amazing.
Which good friend Nick Trojanovsky, I don't know, the guy pronounced it easily
Differently to what we usually
to
call
what we
it.
say. Opened for Kiss on Saturday night.
What an amazing experience to see our great friend Nick Trojanovsky, who's been on the podcast a couple of times now for back. I think the episode is the episode I complained about.
I still think they do a better job at the SB, at the Northcote Social Club. But well done. No. In all jokes aside, Rod Laver Arena.
I know. Can you believe our friend played at Rod Laver fucking Arena?
I couldn't get over the tickets we had as well. How close we were.
It was amazing.
It was fucking amazing.
It was amazing. I don't know. An experience that we'll probably never have again.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're getting some clicking here. We're getting some clicking here, which is very annoying. I'm going to pause the recording because I want to get rid of that clicking. Give me a sec. And we're back, and we've got no clicking, which is excellent. But it was amazing to see our friend play with, like come out, absolutely kill it, and then Kiss come out with all the energy that Dead City Ruins brought, was able just to maintain the rest of the night.
Yeah.
But Dead City Ruins absolutely, like when you see bands and they warm up, they're the warm up act, and you don't really warm up anything. Dead City Ruins warmed it up.
The only other band that I could actually say, last time I saw Kiss, Motley Crue, opened, and that was fucking impressive. And Dead City Ruins was just as fucking impressive.
I think even more impressive. But that's just one guy's opinion. So that's where we were last week. We were too busy getting ready for that show to do an episode. So we're very sorry.
3 years in the waiting,
3 years
making
in the waiting
to get to that
to do
show.
that. Absolutely.
Now I was with a couple of people. We were a little bit late.
Look, you got there as soon as Dead City Ruins started. That's the important part.
We did. We were on track to be well ahead of time.
Yep.
Right? Even allowing, because Jess goes after the concert, she goes, "Oh fuck, they're probably taking a shit. They're probably getting beers. They'll probably walk in with hot dogs."
You know what? Jess and I both wore our Dead City Ruins t-shirts to the show. Very exciting. And we were getting to the gig. And I'm leaning over to Jess and I go, I bet you Kieran's going to walk in and he's gone to the merch stand and bought a Kiss t-shirt instead of a Dead City fucking Ruins one. And, just like the thing, the ice hockey. It's like, why did you buy that shirt? You could have bought the one that we're all supporting. But you decided. But you didn't. You bought beers instead.
No, we had beers. We got there. Couldn't find you because you're so fucking short.
Well, it's not my problem.
Like, you're so fucking short. No, what I felt, Turch, I always like to feel a little bit more privileged, white privilege, male privilege.
Well, we've discussed, we did the privilege test, remember? You had like 10 out of 10, I had 0.
Yeah, I always
mainly because my parents are born overseas.
I always like to feel privileged. And having basically general admission 1, which meant we could be right at the front of the stage.
It was amazing.
I got a couple of beers.
Yeah.
When Kiss was playing, and I had to walk past everyone, and just how far you had to walk.
It was the up
in the general admission, and then just being at right at the back when I got the beers. I was like, God, these guys are having such a shit time back here.
Rod Laver Arena, for anyone who hasn't been there before, is a tennis court.
Yeah,
and it's the one that they play the Australian Open on. And so you had to walk from one side of Rod Laver, the court, to the other side to see the front of the stage. And that's where we were. So when you talk about people at the back, not only people were in the seating there, they were also at the back, of that
the standing section
on
the court.
Of the court
to
see Kiss. And we were at the front, I would say about 7 people deep.
Yeah.
We weren't even that far back from the stage.
Because I'm a tall person, but no one was in my way.
No.
I had direct vision.
Even I had direct view. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. And we saw Paul Stanley fly over top. We saw Tommy, the guitarist, play. He was right there the whole show. It was an amazing, amazing experience. Dead City Ruins. I was right in dead smack in the middle for that. Because I'm like, no, I want to be there.
Fuck
and
yeah.
I was, again, only 5 or 6 people deep. What an experience. What a bloody experience. But Kieran, I've got a bit of a rant.
Excellent.
Today we're going to talk about one thing and one thing only. That is a certain podcast and a podcaster. And I think it's going to be our enemy from now on. Because I think we could both say we hate her more than any person we've ever reviewed podcast-wise. But here we go. I'm going to rant about... I've got a wedding to go to. It's a Friday wedding. We've talked about Friday weddings before. But I'm going to talk about... You got to buy people gifts, and usually it's weddings, you just give them cash. All good.
Friday weddings.
I don't mind the Friday wedding. It's a bit frustrating.
It's just you didn't know that it was a Friday wedding till like yesterday.
Oh, I knew sort of a week in advance. But
Which
yeah,
is very poor organisation on your behalf.
Well,
you're a very organised person,
usually
Turch.
weddings are usually Saturdays.
Yeah.
And I just automatically assume it's a Saturday. And then Jess goes to me, no, your brother's birthday at this pub is on a Saturday. And I'm like, well, when's his wedding? And Jess goes, no, it's a Friday. So I took half the day off. It's all good. I'm going to get my beard done, all that. But the annoying thing is you got to buy them a gift. And that's fine. Usually it's just cash with weddings. When you get married, I'm just going to give you cash as well. It's very easy. You know, put it towards, I don't know, your Botox or whatever you get.
Yeah, beautiful. Now, make sure you keep a record of what I gave you and return that to me with inflation.
With inflation. So you're the only person that's going to say that. But according to the IRS, inflation doesn't exist.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah.
I have to go by what the tax man says. You know, they can hold my money and not give me, when I get the tax back, I don't get inflation on the money that they held on for me.
No, you should.
Yes. But the most annoying thing, which I feel like, you know, when you go, okay, when I was younger, my family transitioned from you have to buy everybody a gift, like the adults would buy everyone a gift, to no, we're going to do KK, and it's a $50 limit. This was back like 15 years ago. It's $50 actually could buy something.
Yeah, $50 was quite... Hey, 2002, 2003, I went to the snow with my sister.
Yeah.
My dad gave us $100.
Yeah, it would have bought everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So $50 was the gift limit, because usually you buy everyone like a $15, $20 gift. You only have to buy one person a $50 gift.
Fucking amazing.
And the uncle I no longer talk to went, does that include the costs of the wrapping paper? And everyone's like, well, no. He goes, oh, but that means I could spend...
I'm starting to understand why you don't talk to this uncle.
He goes, oh, but that means I could spend... If I spend $50 a gift and $2 on the wrapping paper, that means it's more than a $50 gift. And everyone's like, no, that's really ridiculous.
You're going to have wrapping paper because it's Christmas.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Actually, that's what I want to rant about. The wrapping paper is now, when you buy the rolls, you used to be able to buy, because I had a birthday I went to on the weekend, you used to be able to buy like birthday wrapping paper that could fucking last you like 5 years.
Yeah, now
it doesn't even...
2 gifts.
Yeah, what is this?
Well, let's go to that. Let's go one step further. I think the biggest rot in the whole industry is the gift card, or the card you give with the gift. Right? Now,
I want you to know, for your wedding, I got you like a $6 to $10 card.
This is what I'm saying. I think that's out. Okay, let's have a think about what it is. How much is a ream? A ream of paper.
I don't know, like $2.
Let's even say $10 for a ream paper. 500 sheets, pure white, non-recycled paper, beautiful, fresh, clean. Okay, so you're telling me to get a little bit of a design, which you can get on Fiverr for about $10.
Yeah.
Write a message as well. Again, Fiverr, $10 to write a message. And then you've already got your hallmark. You have the printing press. So that's already been depreciated enough.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost you anything to ship because it's literally a card. Especially in warehouse boxes. You're not shifting much. All that sort of stuff. And now, that piece of paper, which probably costs less than a cent, with all the manufacturing, maybe cost you 10 cents to make. And now you're selling for $10 fucking with the envelope. Why aren't I in this business, number one? I would say it's exactly the same. You can't really get a copyright design on a card design, can you?
Well, Turch, this is why your beautiful wife went to the $2 shop.
Yes.
To get a $2 card.
Good.
For the wedding that you're going
this
to.
is the thing as well. No matter how much you spend on the card,
Mm-hmm.
they're just going to go, thank you very much, take out the cash and put the card to a side.
I hope you read my message on whatever I wrote.
I read all the messages.
On whatever I wrote for your wedding.
I read all the messages.
Because I don't remember what I wrote, but I remember asking Niall and Blaine, is this appropriate? Is this hilarious? Can I write this?
You can write whatever you want, but that's the it's like, ha ha ha, great card. Thanks for the cash. And I think if I was to do it all over again,
mm-hmm.
I would just go like, here is my BSB and account number.
Yeah.
Do not buy me a card. Save yourself the effort. Transfer it on the day.
You know what? Next time, I'm going to get you a gift. Transfer, and I'm going to send you the $2 for the $2 gift shop card.
See?
There you go.
You know what? Save it for yourself. Put it in your Vanguard account. Pay your fees and you'll be safe. I can't believe the cost of Hallmark cards just in general. Ridiculous.
Barry, is that your rant?
That's my rant.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, good. Wasn't sure if we got sidetracked onto Hallmark cards accidentally.
Well, that's exactly what I wanted to rant. I don't mind the Friday weddings. It's all good. There's going to be an open bar, so I'm pretty sad.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking hell, I'm going to spend... I'll give them already a gift, and then some people are spending $10, $15 on cards.
Who the fuck spends $15
I'm pretty
on a
sure
card?
my auntie bought me like a $10, $15 card. And I'm like, I know you love me, and I know you got boomer money, but fucking hell... Like, give it to you.
$15 cards.
Give it to your kids. Like, remember you used to be able to buy a pack of cards, like birthday cards when you were a kid, and it was like $3, you got like 10 cards.
Yeah.
And you used to, like kids' birthdays, you just pull out the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like, oh, that same pack is like $20. And you're like, oh, God.
We need to go back to being a kid and making the cards out of that ream paper.
Yes. I'm going to read my paper. I'm going to be just making cards from now on. That's going to be my thing.
That's it. I don't want you to buy me a card ever again, Turch.
Okay.
I want your drawing.
Wait a second.
I want you to fold that paper and draw on it.
You are a man.
Uh-huh.
I don't buy cards for men.
Good.
I only buy cards for christenings and weddings, and even then, it's too much. It was my brother's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
I had leftover wrapping paper.
Yeah.
That said, "You're awesome" on it. I didn't even know when it was from.
Yeah.
But I'm like, oh, this is just enough to pack him up a guitar pedal that I bought him.
Excellent.
I wrapped it up, and then I dropped it off at his house. And I called and said, "Hey, it's at your house. Sorry, I didn't write a card." And he goes, "No, that's okay." And then I picked him up for band rehearsal for Norden Prost, that's playing at the Palling Brothers Brewery in Heathcote on October 22nd for the Oktoberfest show. Come along, very exciting times.
Excellent, yeah.
I go to him, "Oh, sorry, I forgot to give you a 9-volt battery to power the thing." And he goes, "That's okay, I have a 9-volt at home. Oh, if I don't, I'm going to nick one from work." I'm like, see? Everything works. Perfect world. Men discussing gifts. I got you a beautiful, I'll take it from here. You know? Don't need a card. I know you knew it was my birthday. You bought me a gift.
I'll take the 9-volt out of whatever fucking remote I have.
That's right. That's right. I'm not really using this. This is a better use. I even like my brother and I go, it's Father's Day next weekend.
Yeah.
And my brother goes, "Oh, just to let you know, I've already bought Dad a gift."
Mm-hmm.
And I go, "Well, I'm just going to buy him Dad a bottle of booze." He goes, "Well, don't buy him gin because I've already bought him a gin." I go, "Beautiful. This is a beautiful communication."
That is wonderful.
You know? I'm like, "Great, I could buy my dad a $60, $70 bottle of whiskey."
Uh-huh.
And when we go there for...
And you'll drink it.
At Father's Day, we open up the gin, we open up the whiskey, we have a great night.
It's fucking beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. Turch, very exciting that you know how your family operates.
Well, me and my brother and my dad have this communication of we're cheap fucks.
Uh-huh. See, I don't even rap now. I just turn up with the bottle and say happy whatever to Dad.
Yeah. Oh, I don't wrap the bottle for Dad.
No,
just like you have to put it in a bag. No, why? He's going to take the bag out and he's going to give me another bottle in the same bag at my birthday.
Yeah, there is no. I don't wrap up the alcohol.
No, that's right. Not necessary. You got a rant?
Well, this is sort of Christmas was getting too much.
Jeez, we're not early in August.
Christmas was getting too much.
Yeah.
I had cracked it.
Yeah.
I believe Christmas should be a
It's for kids.
slow, easy day. I don't have to work. I don't have to be anywhere.
Christmas is for kids.
I don't want
Yeah.
the stress of Christmas.
Yeah.
So my brother and my sister, we've had a conference, and grandparents, aunties, nieces are now excluded from our Christmas.
Beautiful.
I'm looking forward to it this year. And the nieces and nephews are only they're not getting a gift from everyone. As adults, we're doing them a Kris Kringle.
Yeah. Right.
So they have to savor
that one big
gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's better though.
Rather than getting all these gifts.
Yeah.
So I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was in their position, I would probably hate it.
Yeah, but I remember when you make the transition from getting a gift from everybody to no gift.
Yeah.
Or you're part of the Kris Kringle.
Uh-huh.
And you're like, actually, this Kris Kringle thing, especially when you're 18, you're like, oh, I know what to buy the 18-year-old. It's the same gift you buy a 30-year-old man and a 45-year-old man and a 50-year-old man and a 60-year-old man. Bowl of booze.
Yeah.
And you're like, great, yes, someone's buying me a $50 bowl of booze. I would never buy a $50 bowl of booze when I'm 18. And so you savor it, and then you get to 30, like, just buy me another bowl of monkey shoulder. I know, it's like, I'm just my mixing whiskey, it's great.
I love that when you're a bit older than 25 and you're sort of starting to go like, oh, I've got money now and I can actually spend more money on these boozes that I didn't actually know existed.
Then you realize that hangovers can be okay.
Mm.
You go, when you're 25, you got a bit of cash and you go, oh, my hangover wasn't that bad because I didn't drink
Preservatives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent $11 on a glass of whiskey instead of $8. And I drank just as much. It only cost me, $10 more, or, $20 more. And I still feel great the next day. Kris Kringle is a good thing. I'm going to say that is a solution to a problem that we had.
Yeah.
I think boomers should have to buy gifts for everyone, though.
I think so.
Because I think they really fucked everybody over.
Because they've got that boomer money.
It's got that boomer money. Speaking of... You got more rant?
I've got some articles.
I've got some articles too. Speaking of boomer money, Biden has the boomerierest of all the monies. And he's decided that, you know what's going to really help everyone in America with inflation?
What is it?
To give... $4 to $5 billion to the IRS to hire 95,000 additional IRS officers to go after people who have committed tax fraud that are in the middle and lower class. And
are they going to get back like $5?
And to give those IRS people firearms to raid houses. This is real. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Yeah, look at this.
Are they talking about drugs?
With the IRS hiring more agents, here's the agents they may target for audits. Let me get this article here. IRS hiring agents must carry guns, use deadly force using dangerous assignments. So if these ones here, this. The position's duties are remain honest and integrity, work 50 hours a week, including irregular hours, be 24/7, including holidays, public holidays, maintain physical readiness, and carry a gun to use deadly force. The IRS is offering a salary of $50,000 to $89,000 for these positions in the bill, which is going to fund, not $3 to $4 billion, $80 billion in additional funding for the IRS.
Wow. So these are IRS agents with guns.
Yeah, with guns. So by hiring 87,000 new employees, that doubles the service. It doubles how many people they currently have.
Uh-huh.
And it makes it larger than the Pentagon, State Department, FBI, and Border Control combined.
Wow. So these people are basically going to take bribes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, and they're going after, lower to middle income people who are trying to get away with a little bit of taxing. Like that. Remember, I don't know if you remember, I brought it in the podcast or at least talked about it. In America,
be honest, Turch, you just did your tax return.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you've claimed some things that you weren't supposed to.
I've got all the receipts, buddy boy. You've
I'm
come
sure.
and fucking get me.
I'm sure. You know, there's an extra coffee or something.
I've got all the receipts.
Oh, good on you. Well
That's
done.
right. That's how I roll. Yeah, they're going aims. They're aiming to sort of move closer to the White House vote. IRS, more enforcements. They're absolutely not increasing the scrutiny on small business or middle-income Americans. Then why do you have to have twice as many people? Because if you're having if you're doubling the amount of staff that you have, you are definitely going after the little people at this point.
See, if they said they were getting more lawyers, I'd be like, maybe they're going for the
top end.
The top end of
because
town.
they're not going to send in for dangerous assignments into, Bill Gates' house. That ready to fire. No, they're going into people who have a little side business and they're making a little bit of income
or drugs.
Or drugs.
They
why
should just tax
why
drugs.
Is the whole purpose of the FBI, the IRS told the FBI about Al Capone and said, hey, he's not paying tax. And the FBI went in because the FBI are specially trained agents to catch people and to arrest them. The IRS are a bunch of lawyers and accountants and nerds.
And accountants, yeah.
Now we're giving... That would be like
we're giving nerds guns.
Yeah, we're giving nerds guns. Guys like me, less buff, less fit, less attractive than me, go, okay, now you've got to go fight this drug dealer.
No offense, Turch.
Yeah.
I wouldn't trust you with a gun.
Why not?
I
wouldn't trust a woman with a gun. But me?
I don't know. You're so short that, if you've accidentally fired it, it's probably going to hit my penis.
Well, you're not using it anyway. But they're hiring... How many... That's a lot of people. 87,000 people is like how many government workers are in the state of Victoria.
I feel like a lot of these people, because, it's the government,
mm-hmm.
They're basically just going to have a lot more paper and they're going to just tick boxes and give it to another person.
But because now you're going to fund the guns and now you're going to fund the training of that. And this is like the NSA where they just like border patrol at the.
It's giving people jobs. These low income people are still going to be low income people. But they've created more jobs, Turch.
But they're funding their own job by scrutinizing the poorest of the poor.
You know what the solution is? More jails.
No, they're definitely fucking not. Do you really want to cure inflation?
More privately funded jails, Turch. That's what America needs.
Do you know?
Joe Biden is trying to go up and close down the privately funded jails.
Well, he just did today. He's going to cancel student loans. He's going to take student loans and give it to the government to pay off. And I'm like, no wonder he needs fucking...
They've been talking about that for the last 30 years. That's never going to happen. They're not going to cancel the student loans.
I guarantee it'll happen in Biden's presidency.
Nah.
For sure.
Nah. Midterm elections are up soon. New Congress ain't happening. Sorry, what were you saying before?
Here we go. Here you go. U.S. President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plan cut more than $40 million. It's 9 hours ago. Here we go. Right there, ABC News. This is real.
President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness plans could.
Announcement that could reduce the loan for more than 40 million. But politically divisive in run-up to the midterms. Many denounced the plan as an insult of those who repaid their debt. The fulfilling the campaign promise of raising $10,000 in federal student loans for those with incomes below $125K. So if you earn less than $125K US, which is a lot of money, that's as soon as you hit about $125K US, you're in the top 1%.
Yeah. You're in the top 1% if you earn over like 30,000K in the US.
Well, 30,000K is a lot of money. It's 30 million.
In the world. 30,000. Yeah.
I'm the numbers man here.
$30,000.
$30,000, yeah. But can you imagine? I was like, what a kick in the face to everybody who's paid off their HECS debt.
Here.
Oh, ridiculous. So I'm telling you now, it'll happen.
Well, I just hope the Australian government forgives my hex debt.
Oh, they should give it all back to me. I just paid mine off.
Now is the time. Now that you've paid yours off, now is the time. I'm going to get into politics, Turch.
Yeah, well, they can pay my mortgage. How's that? They can pay my mortgage for 2 years.
Okay. No.
Why? What's the difference?
The difference is, Turch, you're not in politics. This is fair enough. Got an article here.
Yeah.
Absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
Woman sues psychiatrist over gender transition.
Yep. Yep. It's the psychologist's fault all along. We knew it.
The psychiatrist, yeah.
The psychiatrist's fault. We knew it all along. They got the SSRIs fucked up. They did the dementia study, Alzheimer's study, they fucked up. And now they're turning people trans. You know what? Scientology was right all along. Fuck you guys.
What did Scientology say?
For Scientologists hate psychiatry.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's right. I'm on their black book. That's right. No, this is it's coming. There are this person.
So this person transitioned, obviously.
Yeah. She saw the psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Who basically said, so it seemed likely that she had true gender dysphoria, but she was very young and clearly needed thorough psychiatric work before embarking on hormone treatment. This person went through for, the hormone treatment, had the breast surgery, had her uterus.
Oh, really?
Cut.
So, like, you turn the innies to outies.
Yep.
Push the breasts in, put the dick out.
Yep. And now 10 years later, she wants to go back to being a man.
What is this? Like, is this Mr. Garrison from South Park?
So she's a woman. She transitioned to a man. She wants to go back to being a woman and is now suing the psychiatrist.
If this is sets a precedent,
this is happening in Australia.
If this sets as a precedent,
Victoria.
I didn't realize we had a big population like this. But if this sets a precedent of you can sue the psychologist for doing it was the psychologist's fault all along. Well, that sets a really bad precedent going forward.
It does, doesn't it?
That really ruins the whole industry. Because that means someone could die. Like, someone could be a school shooter and go, well, we saw the psychologist.
Yeah. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I'm not a lawyer.
Nevertheless, we're going to watch this one from a distance.
Oh, I think so. I think we're going to keep an eye on that one. We're going to keep an eye on that one there. Here's a good one for you. Just a headline. I saw this headline that said that Scotland cut down 14 million trees to build wind farms. And then this is the art. Like, when I typed it, it's like, a new site ties fossil fuel industry claims Scotland axed 14 million trees to make way for wind farms. Is that correct? And yes, it did.
Yeah.
But that was over the space of 10 years, which sort of makes it worse. But they also, in that time, also planted 225 million trees. But I'm like, yeah, but you still cut down. The issue is that you got, well, we still need to cut down trees to do the wind farms. I think that's what people are angry about more than anything else. It's not the fact that...
I don't know. I'll let the environmentalists fight that one.
Yeah.
Let the environmentalists.
It seems like two steps forward, one step back.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time. There you go. You got some more news for us before we get into?
Yeah, Uranus opens and closes daily to let out the planet's hot wind. Study finds.
Well, got to do something with your time, I guess.
That's pretty funny.
What does that mean by opened?
Well, it opens.
Well, okay. Does Earth do the same? Maybe.
Yeah, we've got that thing. Hungary.
Yeah.
Country Hungary sacks weather chief after forecast forces fireworks cancellation.
Oh no.
Minister fires head of National Meteorology Service after storms is predicted would hit Budapest and actually missed the capital.
I only found out recently when they say it's a 20% chance of rain.
Yeah.
That is 20% of... in the area, only 20% of it will get rain.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like,
oh, really?
yeah. So, like, all of Melbourne's a 20% chance of rain. It's 20% of it will have rain. But not all of it. It's not like they go, oh, this is like the big area.
Yeah.
Like Victoria. They go, 20% chance of rain. Yeah, because 20% of it will get
We'll
rain.
get rain.
Doesn't mean your area has
It's
a
gonna
20%
get rain.
chance of rain.
Yeah, right. That's interesting.
It really fucks you up, doesn't it? Like, wait, they lied to me the whole time. The way that they word it's very misleading.
I just, the bomb radar.
Yeah, I just watched that.
That's all just sticking my head out the window
Yeah, pretty much.
and going, oh, fuck, it's right.
It looks alright.
Never inappropriate weather, just inappropriate clothing.
I guess so.
That's,
I guess so.
yeah.
Here's one for you. We're talking about weddings. Bride's wedding invitation disaster directs guests to Pornhub. So this woman, I forgot to put in. I forgot that I put this fun website in as a placeholder. So
I was going to say, was there a QR code or something?
no. So yeah, she made like on the design sort
Yeah.
of thing, and then what couples sometimes like what our friends did.
Yeah.
They put a website and that's how you RSVP.
Uh-huh.
I like the old school way, but because I
know.
knew that Wogs would not get the website at
Uh-huh.
all, and I didn't want to have to build a website and anything like that. But
Plus,
yeah,
you like following up people if they don't
yeah,
RSVP.
that's right.
Yeah.
So she put as a fun little joke, she put Pornhub.com as the website, and then just like, yep, ready for print. Printed them out, sent them out to everybody. And there you go, just log into Pornhub.com. And there you go.
And in the comments, just say you're coming.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes. It took me a second there, but it was very, very good. There we go. Here's some. We're gonna get to the woman bashing part of the show.
Now, we did have Jess here.
We did have Jess
to counteract the male
bravado
bashing that's about to happen. Yeah.
But that's okay. But
we had some mic issues.
Had some cabling issues. The movement of cables. There's stuff everywhere, but except here.
Yeah.
There was enough cables. Something just didn't work. But that's okay. Here we go. Women say that they peaked in high school are now sharing their pics for the glow down challenge. So do you know what a glow up is? It's when you're like an ugly like high school student and then you're like 25 and you look good now.
Yeah, you're amazing. Yeah.
That's what men do. They look really shit in high school and then they grow up because they do weights and they run and they get a job and they're like, oh, it actually looks like a really good looking guy. Women the older they get, the cuter they ain't. Just like kids, the older they get, the cuter they ain't. And look at these things here. So this is her in high school. This is what she looks like now. Look great, high school, this and that. There's not many years between them as well. I'll also look at this one here. There you go. It's the same pictures. Let's show this on here. This one here. It's only like 3 or 4 years between them. That's basically the same. Maybe a bit fatter and this and that. Look at this woman here comparatively. Like she can't fit into those jeans anymore. But why would you do this to yourself? Is the real question. It's like you could probably set a challenge for anything. It's like penis growth challenge. And some guy would just be like, "Oh, this is what I was, and this is what I am now." Look at that sort of thing. But, here you go, age 13. Why would you post yourself at age 13 compare yourself to the age 31?
Yeah,
but if you're peaking in high school, right? Like look at that. You're peaking in high school. You've got to look back at your life and go, well, maybe my choices have not been the best choices.
Maybe my choices during university or college weren't that great. Yeah.
That's right. Oh, far out. Well, let's talk about another woman.
All right.
Kieran. This is an Australian woman named Abbie Chatfield. She became famous because she was runner-up on The Bachelor season 412. And she was notorious for being...
That's where I know her from, right?
And she's notorious for being, like, extra slutty on the show. Like, she was, like...
Was that her persona or the producer's persona?
No, that's her persona now, as you listen to this podcast. So now, she has somehow managed a career in reality television and is now one of the hosts of
The Project? No.
What's it called? The Masked Singer.
The
in
Masked
Australia.
Singer, yeah.
And she's actually an idiot.
Uh-huh.
So she's like 27 or 28 or something like that. Bit younger than us. Like, a bit older than my brother, which is a bit weird because my brother's
26.
26 and he's like a normal dude and his partner's a normal, like, normalish woman.
They're just two normal average people.
Yeah, they're normal. Compared to her, who I feel like when they talk about this
Your brother and his girlfriend aren't going to have a podcast.
No.
They're just going to, buy their car, buy their house.
Yeah.
Have a very normal life.
Normal sort of thing. So she is, I don't consider her attractive at all. I think she's really plain looking.
Yeah.
But she's done that. She's on this show now and she's
got her own podcast.
She's got her own podcast. Everyone can have a podcast, but she's got one sponsored by like Heart FM or iHeart
Radio, or something,
which is a big podcasting in Australia. I think around the world it's a big podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
And her podcast is called It's a Lot. And I'm like, I have to listen to this show because I guarantee
it is a lot.
It
only went for 17 minutes, but
it was a fucking lot. It was a lot happening in there. And look, she apparently is a spokesperson for women. Like she's let me read the description of the podcast itself. Join reality television queen, entrepreneur. I couldn't find what businesses she owned as an entrepreneur, but that's me. And chronic oversharer Abbie Chatfield each week as she tackles the deep stuff from abandonment issues and mental health to important social discourse about feminism and politics. Plus, there's a reliable dose of sex tips, bad dating stories, and interviews with funny, clever, and wickedly cool people. Oh my god, that is the description of every podcast a woman has.
Oh, I love it. It's a catch-all.
It's a catch-all. Now, like I said, she talks about feminism. She promotes feminism. She's been receiving nasty DMs from boys about Andrew Tate, and apparently people have been like, Andrew Tate would destroy you. All this on here. Other things, Tate has said, have you seen Andrew Tate?
I've seen Andrew Tate, yeah.
Do you remember Dick Masterson? Years ago, he was on Dr. Phil, and he was like a male chauvinist, and he had like the bald head, the mustache, glasses, and was like, oh, women just see us as ATMs and all this sort of stuff. That it was a joke. That's what Andrew Tate's doing as well, just trying to get public media attention. You know what I mean? But he said like women belong in the home and they can't drive, and women are man's property. This and that. And apparently, I'd love to say this guy, a lot of young men are confused with stuff, you can't ignore it. Chatfield told she's had a really hard time with the Tate situation, giving her own presence online. I kind of exist in the realm of feminism, calling out misogyny on my podcast and radio show. I've been asked about him. I feel like I want to ignore him. I want to suffocate the oxygen in the media, but the content, it's getting too big to ignore now. I'm getting DMs from what appears from early boys saying, I hope Andrew Tate destroys you. I also get comments calling me Abbie Tate. Which, that's like, okay, you're a public figure. You are obviously not built to be a public figure.
We're gonna go through this in a moment, but when she said she was like a feminist and she's against misogyny, listening to her podcast, I was just like,
she's just a whore.
There is nothing that's... Well, like, she's not protecting it.
Well, no, she's not. No, she's not... If you had to pick
I was like, she's not protecting feminism.
No, she's putting it back.
Yeah,
many
all
years.
misogyny. Yeah.
If you was going to put back, if you were going to pick a woman to like show what is like a true feminist, I would like, yeah, my wife. Like, she actually isn't like a proper business owner. She's a strong woman. She's all that sort of stuff. She's a good role model. Abbie's not a good role model. There's a great clip I've got coming up about that. Sort of. But here's another one. She's always in the news now because I'm pretty sure like they're pushing her because she's on Channel 10. And apparently like she's had this disheveled photo of her apparently after she broke up with her boyfriend. Or boyfriend broke up with her. And she's come out and saying, no, I wasn't crying because I broke up with him. I'm pretty angry about it, of course. I have a paparazzi fan looking at me disheveled. when I was just crying about the lack of nominations. I felt like I wasn't being valued by the community of radio. Because she didn't get a nomination for her podcast, which we're about to listen to, she started crying outside and got a terrible snap of her in the news. So that's the level that we're at. Are you excited now, Kieran? So we listened to an episode of the show called It's a Lot. It was called The Last Boy I Had Sex With, and it had that another person, Alana Potter or
Something like that.
Alana Potter or something like that.
Yeah.
Kieran, we've got so many fucking clips.
We do.
I've got 25. You've got 4. This is the most clips you've ever pulled on a show. And I can just tell, like, you're excited.
Oh,
Kieran,
fuck yeah.
do you want to kick us off with something?
All right. I think it's my clip for number 4.
Oh wait, before that, can we just do something?
Yeah.
Here at Listener, we acknowledge the traditional owners and custodians of the land on which this podcast is being recorded today, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation. We also pay our respects to their elders, past and present. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
I'm glad we did that. Now I feel much better. Anyway, what do you got for us?
I get really annoyed at these because number 1, she said we, and I'm like, isn't the show? I know there's probably iHeartRadio and all of that, but isn't it you? Like, shouldn't it be saying I respect?
Yeah,
If that's the meaning.
So I'm not on the Wurundjeri land or whatever it was over there.
Yeah, like I get.
Be the individual. You're not speaking. You're not even the royal we.
Yeah, I get really shitty with these because I think a lot of people just do them not genuinely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's like part of the process. Like I'm sure you're the same at your work because you're part of the government system.
Yeah.
You have to sort of say it.
Yeah, but I say mine in my own way.
Yeah.
And it changes every time I bloody open my mouth and do it.
Yeah. Because you're actually paying respect.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit
I don't do
different.
the standard same.
Like, here's the script.
Yeah.
That's what you were doing there. Anyway, Kieran, you got some clips. You said clip number 4.
I think it's clip number 4.
Okay, let's have a go, yeah.
Start by saying, I think you are bloody
Oh, okay. I got the same clip. So let's put things in perspective for people. This show got Alara Potter, and and that's the guest.
Uh-huh.
And what this episode is they're talking about what their nightmare fuel is.
Yeah.
And their nightmare fuel is just stories of things that have happened to them that make them like, oh my god, it's like a nightmare. And that's sort of the premise of these episodes. There's basically most of these are these type of episodes. And they start off with, I've got a few clips to start this off here. So here we go. This is the premise of the show.
The premise, yeah, let's get to that. Yeah.
So this morning, I was at the Gold Coast. I was at the Galdie, and I was just having breakfast, and I saw Alira Potter. And I was like, hang on, that's so random. So we had brekkie together, and then Alira was like, do you have nightmare fuel? And I was like, no. And you were like, great, I come upstairs. Now we're recording.
And here we are.
And here we are at the Gold.
That's it. So here we go. And this one here. And I feel like Alira has a podcast too.
Yeah, oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, fun.
It's really good. Fill my
Great.
cup.
And the first ep is like, how do you know if you've orgasmed?
Oh my God, so good with G-Spot.
Okay. So her first episode of Alira's podcast is how do you know if you're orgasm? Now, as a man, very easy. I understand how that works. And as a woman, is it weird that you have to be told when have you had an orgasm? When you would think, like, as a man, I know exactly.
Yeah.
But as a woman, I would also think you would know if you've had an orgasm or not. But Abbie is the greatest interviewer you've ever heard in your life. Here we go. This is her interviewing skills.
Because how do you know?
And the answer to this is wild. And you heard this.
Bitch, you know I fucking told you before. I squirt.
Okay, the question was, how do you know as this is the royal you?
The royal, yeah.
And Alira's like, bitch, I squirt.
Squirt. So it is like kind of like a existential question. Like, how do I know?
I
How do I know?
I feel like G sort of explained it in a way where your body just knows when you've orgasmed.
Well, that's it. That was the episode of the podcast. You got a 25-minute podcast. Like, how do you know if you squirt? Well, your body just knows. Oh, perfect. Done. Next episode. Next. And then I've got this clip. It's called "Whose Show Actually Is This?" because it seems like they're off in the weeds already. And this clip is called "Whose Show Is This?"
But we're here. It's very joyous. And you said you have nightmare fuel for me. So do you want to start?
Oh my God. I feel like I've got lots of nightmare fuels, but I feel
Give me
like should
one.
we go to a listener?
No. Do you want to go to listener? Or do you want to do one?
And then I'm scared for
So
In my notes on my phone, I had written something with like clip 4 or whatever it was. Should a man be running this?
yeah, because the whole show's like they get together, they meet at breakfast. They're obviously already a bit tipsy, you know. And then they come up and do the show. It's like, okay, I've got nightmare fuel. Well, do you want to start it off? Not really. Let's go to a listener. And it's like, what do you mean? And you could tell the caller that they get in of talk about their nightmare fuel, and we'll go through. I've got so many clips about that. If you got some clips,
I've got
jump
clips
in.
there, yeah.
The producer is another female. It's a female producer.
The female producers, actually, I really enjoyed the female producers.
She was funnier than Abbie
Yeah.
and Alira, and you know, even the guy that was filming it. Apparently, there's a
boat-
video aspect to
The
this.
boat, like, what's a boat? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
sorry,
boat shoot.
shoes,
I didn't
yeah.
get any clips of the boat shooting because I'm like, this is really bad. But the female thing is like, well, I'm not really ready yet to get the nightmare fuel. Like, I didn't realize I had to do that. So here we go. This is the caller who leaves the message. This is basically your clip here. Let's find out what this caller's nightmare fuel is.
Hey, Abbie. I just want to start by saying I think you are
Oh, wait a second. So we've already talked about how she's like fantastical and this. That's how she describes herself. And we're like, no, she's basically a whore. She can't really do much. She's not an entrepreneur, this and that. Her podcast definitely doesn't talk about feminism, and we'll double down on that later on.
Yeah.
But and I have a feeling that these calls into the show are just people in the office that are reading a story. Because one, the quality of the audio is way too good. Like if
Well, if you're recording it on your phone, it's all right.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be this clear.
Okay.
You know? And two, like, they're not emailing it in, are they? I don't know.
I don't know either.
You know? Like, we've had people sending clips and they record it on their phone, they send it to me. And I'm like, I clean them up and they still sound like fucking shit around here. But here we go. This is the first call. This is the only caller. Is this caller and Alira's
Like a 17-minute podcast.
a 17-minute show.
Hey, Abbie. I just want to start by saying I think you are bloody unreal. The way you use your platform and voice to bring attention to such important issues like feminism and the importance of vaccines is just so, so amazing, and I admire you so freaking much.
So this celebrity in quotes, reality star is using her platform to talk about how good vaccines are. Bitch, shut the fuck up about shut the absolute fuck up about anything medical. We talk about studies and we only go, yeah, this might be right. It's pretty funny. But this woman called in and said, I like you because you promote vaccines. Amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
Okay, so what is her nightmare fuel? What is her nightmare fuel?
So this is my nightmare fuel, and it is regarding the discrepancy in dress codes between genders.
Discrepancy in dress codes. And I think you're clip 4. Do you want to go to clip 4?
Yeah, go clip 4, yeah.
Start by saying I think you are bloody.
No. Let me just
Jump to clip 5.
Oh, fine,
Clip
we
5.
go.
At uni.
Did you go to uni?
I did for a little bit, but I feel like uni is really fucking progressive.
I don't have dress codes at
I'm
uni.
confused now.
I got basically the same clip. So this woman calls into the show. I think I'll let her talk about it a little bit more here.
My degree involves a lot of practical lab work. So I had a class in the chemistry lab on the first day.
Oh, okay. This
This is it. So she's got her class in her lab.
Yeah.
And the lab, when you go into the science lab, the biology or chemistry lab,
Yeah.
has a dress code
This is
because
a
you're
dress code.
going with chemicals. So you have to wear a coat and shoes.
Well, you have to wear
and-
closed-toed shoes, and you can't have like parts of your body.
Yeah, because you don't want things spilling on parts of
That's
your body.
right.
So she's going in to the orientation day.
Yeah.
She emails her course coordinator, do they need to be in full PPE?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, it's a bit of an orientation.
Nah, it's all right.
It's all right.
computers, all good.
So she thinks to herself, I'll wear jeans,
Yeah.
but it's in Queensland. It's really fucking hot.
Yeah. So I'll wear a crop top.
I'll wear a crop top.
And I'm like, well, if you're gonna go the jeans, you might as well just go like it's just wear the full top. Can I just say here, this is another reason why I think this voicemail is either highly edited or is someone in the office. I want you to listen to it again and hear there's a changeover in the voice where you can hear some editing. Have a real close listen.
My degree involves a lot of practical lab work. So I had a class in the chemistry lab on the first day, which I knew from experience.
I pick all this sort of stuff up very, but you could really hear it there. You could hear it.
Yeah, there's a bit of an edit there. Yeah.
So they talk about wearing lab coats because this woman's like, I wore lab coats, and here we go.
That makes sense. Long coat. Remember in year 9 science, that's when I stopped.
That's kind of hot. It's like a fantasy.
Yeah.
Fuck, maybe I'm just horny because of beer.
Same as a few beers were like,
So Abbie goes, oh.
I have the exact same clip. Like the edit, the start and finish is exactly the same.
So they go, I'm so glad. They go, oh, it's like science in year 9. It's like, oh, that's fucking hot. Oh, so now this chick is now horny for year 9 guys. Now, I knew lots of year 9 guys. None of them were attractive.
Run. From year 9 guys, yep.
Okay, so let's have a look. So I've got a clip here called, this is what this girl actually wore in the lab.
It was like, I'm just going to wear jeans just in case. Like, I don't want to avoid any issues. Because it was so hot, I just wore a little, like, crop top with it so I didn't fucking die in the heat because I knew I was going to...
Okay, she's like, oh, I wore a crop top.
But I brought a lab coat just in case.
Yeah, we brought a crop top. I'm like, what, does air conditioning not exist, like, in a laboratory?
No, this is Queensland. And this
in
is...
office buildings. Look, my brother studied science at a university. And when I saw him for his birthday, I asked him, hey, does your university have air conditioning? And he's like, yes. And I go, even in the laboratory? He goes, absolutely. That's temperature controlled because we have to do stuff the same. So this woman was walking into an area that was air conditioned for not only her comfort, everyone's comfort, but for lab tests comfort.
Ah, the lab, yeah.
So she didn't really need to wear the crop top.
No, she would have been outside though, and you know.
Yeah. I got a game here. It's good. How many women are talking?
Oh no! I got the same clip. All right, go for it.
Okay.
But I brought a lab coat just in case. For some reason, my crop top was an
sorry,
issue.
BYO lab coat? Sorry. Aren't lab coats shared? So what is a BYO lab coat?
Yeah.
If you're serious
anyone
about
know?
chemistry, I think, then you need to get your own lab coat.
No, when we do our podcast, Kieran, I have a very distinct voice compared to you. And when we have guests in the studio, they usually have a more distinct voice compared to us as well. So when we're talking, you know it's who's talking.
Yeah.
That one there, I had to listen to like 5 times. Just didn't realize who was actually talking about what. Because all, like the caller, the 2 people that are on the show, and even the producer who has an accent, all sounded like it was the same person at that point in time. It was amazing.
I was just, immediately when I heard that, I was just going back to David Letterman when he introduced Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah.
And he played a clip of The View, and it was just all the girls talking over the top of each other.
Oh, well, I do have a super clip. And I call this is the super clip. This to me really describes the show to me more than this super clip here. Here we go.
First.
Okay,
And then
listen up.
Lem,
Think
do
about which
you
one.
listen already?
Yeah, Lim.
No, it's fine.
But
we love listening to
it's
bullshit.
just going to be around.
So this happened about a year.
Uni? Wait.
Isn't
Did
this
you
like
go to uni?
The fucking hoofs.
The hoofs are just coming to get, I
know.
know, they're onto your chest.
Embroidered.
Embroidered, babe.
Okay.
All right, continue. Let's see what happens.
Fancy.
Form.
No
Hang on, this is much
uniform.
more interesting.
Yeah, no uniform.
What do you mean?
No uniform. Leave me.
I'm
because
sorry.
they see how sick.
And I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, I
But
was
like
public.
at uni.
Wet
Yeah.
skirt shoes. Sorry, I'm not Australian. Oh, okay. All right.
Sorry, Oscar. Yeah,
like
so you have
I'm
variety.
notorious. Fuck, here we go.
Here we fucking go. Here's a fan that wants to fuck me, so you can tell their friends about it.
Here's a fan. He's not going to fucking
They won't
leak
know.
it to the Daily Mail. Like, it's
and also
fine,
they
it's
don't really
fine.
care. They're like, you are a silly
Exactly.
person.
I'm a
on
fucking
social media. You're a
influencer.
silly influencer. You don't have a
Literally.
brain. We're all showing
Literally, the echo. You need to give context for the echo.
Sorry, everyone.
Echo Brisbane.
The Royal Exhibition in Brisbane.
Easter 8, driving the
Oh, it's hurting my ears.
Okay, so that clip there was just all of them talking over each other, and when I put the clips, when I put that sort of super clip together, usually I just drop the clips in like next to each other, and I didn't listen to it until like it was at the end of the episode, and I thought I've got enough clips out. It's a minute long of them talking over each other in the 17-minute show with a 2-minute welcome to country, all that sort of
And
stuff,
a 3-minute post.
and a 3-minute post, yeah. And I listened back and I'm like, oh my God, it just sounds like I hadn't edited clips together. It just sounded like them talking throughout the whole show. And Abbie seems to talk over her guests, the callers, the producers, everybody, not only on her show, but when you watch Masked Singer, she does that as well on the show. And I'm like, she's not built for any kind of broadcast.
She's not Sophie Monk, is what you're trying to say.
Sophie Monk has some style, some class, some apart from her voice, it sounds like Kath and Kim.
Hey, nothing wrong with Australian royalty.
They're royalty because they look like how they sound. Sophie Monk does not look like how she sounds. What else I got here? Okay, so after all this sort of thing, her attire was incorrect, but it wasn't the male lecturer or professor.
Yeah.
Here we go.
But, so we walk into the lab, we get seated, and this woman walks in to do the safety induction and run us through the paperwork and all that. She looks at me, and in front of everyone, keep in mind this is a chemistry class and it's like 95% men,
What's that got to do with
says,
anything?
that top isn't very appropriate for a chemistry lab.
So a
You
woman.
always notice how it's females against females.
It's never, yeah. Guys like okay, crop top. That's great. Good for you. Like no one gives a shit.
like it's you notice how it's never. Jim Jeffries has this great bit in his comedy show.
Yeah.
Is it Jim Jeffries or is it Bill Burr? Fuck, I can't. No, Bill Burr. Bill Burr. Who's going, no, it's not my fault no one's watching WNBA.
Yeah. In the new special he does
Yeah,
at Red Rock.
yeah.
Yeah. He's like, okay, guys,
It's
go
the
watch,
feminists. It's the feminists that need to
guys,
support.
go watch sports.
Yeah.
Like, we're doing our bit for them. Like, NBA makes billions of dollars a year because we go out there, we buy the tickets, we watch the games, we buy this, we buy the shirts, we buy the basketballs, we do all that. The women, we need to go watch the women play the sports. I completely agree. It's like the women are taking themselves down. They want all these stuff, but they're not willing to put their money where their mouth is. That's the important part.
The guy in this said you're fine.
Yeah, it's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you're fine.
I really don't give a shit. Like, great. Next. Okay. But the problem is the nightmare fuel is the additional thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's the men in the class. It's 95% men. That's the annoying part.
And she proceeds to say, no, well, I guess it's fine for today, but we have dress codes for a reason. Mind you, there are definitely men in the class wearing shorts, but apparently that was fucking fine.
That was fine.
Yeah. Once again, it was the woman
Yeah.
who was telling the other woman off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not
Now, I talked to my brother again. Lots of lab work, this and that. And I go, hey, can you wear shorts in the lab? He goes, yeah. Fine. Because you're not really doing any, like, unless you're working with really...
It depends what type of lab it is.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And I'm sure introduction to chemistry is not going to... Like, you know, if you're in a biochemical lab, like my brother worked with that sort of stuff, like developing types of stuff, like proteins to put
Yeah, there's some
vaccines
labs
on.
where you got to be in the full fucking suit.
Yeah, he had to wear the hazmat suit.
Hazmat suits,
But he
yeah.
goes like, first you know, fuck that, like nothing. They're not gonna suit you up. So what is Abbie's...
That's why they have the lab coat. So you wear whatever the fuck you wear. Everyone puts on a lab coat.
Yeah.
And the lab coat goes down to your fucking ankles.
Yes. Yeah. Or go at least to your knees.
Yeah.
Where the shorts are. What is Abbie's response? Abbie's response. Let's have a listen.
Classic.
Oh my God. I really want to see where this is going
Okay,
right
is
now.
that
I really want to see where this is going. That's the line, and then this is my favorite bit.
is there more?
No, it's basically her saying that even though she wasn't meant to go to, she wasn't.
But she said to her course coordinator, whoever the fuck, it's fine. And he was like, it's fine.
Abby's mind gets blown
Mhm.
after this.
Sure, let's hear it.
Wait, you went to a high school that didn't have a uniform.
No
Hang on, this is much
uniform.
more interesting.
Yeah, no uniform.
What do you mean?
No uniform. No
I've never heard
uniform.
of. Did your school have a uniform? Every school has a uniform.
No, we didn't have a uniform.
So you wore it was
whatever
it was,
we wanted.
This is that should be called when a chipmunk enters the room.
This is the final word on the caller's topic.
Well, dress codes are fucked. I
Yeah.
feel like a crop top is a
Dress codes are fucked. No, not for a laboratory. No.
top is a whole different thing to a.
You know, to a funeral you should not wear a crop top. You know what I mean? Like dress clothes are there for a reason.
To a wedding, you should not
wear a crop top.
crop
That's right.
top,
Here we
yeah.
go.
A crop top is a whole different thing to a short. I never at uni. No one ever had a go at me really because I'm choosing a female being like these men suck.
Men suck in general.
I agree. What did you do at uni?
How many things happened in that thing?
I can't keep up. There's too many different
Okay. Dress codes suck.
men suck.
No, we're not up to that yet. We're up to a crop top is different to a short. Okay. Men suck in general. Men suck. What did you do at uni? That was my brain can't think of anything that quick. Like that's 8 different things, and none of them are valid there. Kieran, I've got so many. I've been doing a lot of my clips. I think you probably got the same clips.
I basically have the same. I feel like let's see whatever my clip 9 or 10 is.
Okay, let's look at number 9.
So we walk into the lab.
Number
Yeah,
10,
all right, go
okay.
10.
Yeah, I
But
was
like
public.
at uni, I'd probably say get fucked.
I probably would too.
I
But
know
no, I'm
dress
a loud
codes.
mouth. We
I
know
know,
that.
but I'd be like, get fucked, and I'd live stream on Instagram, and I'd say, how dare you?
Ooh.
Who's this? Who is this fucking Bryce next to me with a short on
Yeah,
and a
fuck
loafer?
him.
First of all, ban the boat shoe. That's my new campaign is hashtag ban the boat shoe.
Ban the
It's
boat
actually
shoe.
done with Bryce wearing a boat
Yeah.
shoe.
What's
Ban
boat shoes?
Bryce
Sorry,
boat
I'm
shoe.
not Australian. I want to understand what boat shoes are.
Lamb, hold on. I'm going to text you a photo of a boat shoe.
Oh my god!
Hold on.
I feel like it's such a Sydney thing though. The boat shoes.
It's a Brisbane thing as well.
Oh,
I'm still stuck with who the fuck is Bryce? She said it's such a Bryce thing. I'm like, who's Bryce?
I don't know.
And then they're talking about boat shoes in Brisbane and Sydney, and I'm like, I'm still stuck. I'm still stuck on.
I'm still stuck on the fact that shorts is both singular and plural. She keeps calling them a short.
What do I have next?
I know you just got your clips.
Yeah,
numbered.
go to the next one.
Oh, here we go.
so I was out one night and
Okay, so this is Alira's
Yeah.
nightmare fuel. And I've got all her parts of her story because every single part of it is just gold. There we go.
so I was out one night and you'll relate to this.
Mhm.
Out one night, a boy comes up, Alira Potter. I was like, oh, fuck, here we go.
Here we fucking
Here we
go. Here's
fucking
a fan
go.
that wants
Here's
to
a-
fuck me so
yeah.
can tell their friends about it.
Here's a fan. And he's like, I know you through XYZ. And I was like, oh, yeah, great.
Are you in Melbourne at this point?
I was in Geelong.
Geelong, right. so
Geelong,
you could
right?
meet your friends.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, cool, whatever, okay.
Is it
See,
you?
I used to be like this, and now
I got this one here. And it's like, oh, I don't want to be, people coming up to me. But Lyra also says this.
Okay.
all right, everyone, Alira's nightmare fuel,
Nightmare fuel. I have plenty because I'm the biggest hoe.
and you date a lot, and you
I
fuck a
a lot.
Yeah,
like
so you have
I'm
variety.
notorious for being a female fuckboy.
Mm.
Love it. Anyway,
So we got two. We got the oh no, someone's coming up to me, and oh I'm a
Fuck for boy. You can't have both. You actually can't complain about both of those things, you know? But the reason is she just can't fuck a random anymore because she's famous.
Yeah. Who? By the way, who is this?
I
Alira?
used to be like this, and
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I looked her up. She's got like 20,000 followers on Instagram or something, which is not
Okay.
many. But Abbie can't fuck anyone because she's famous now.
Yeah.
see, I used to be like this, and now I have like social anxiety from having some level of fame.
Well, I
so
thought-
I can't just fuck randoms, and it's so sad.
But I thought,
Oh,
I love it.
oh, amazing. Part one.
I know as much as we're shitting all over this, I did actually enjoy
The story's amazing.
this. Like, I'm just like,
it's so amazing. Every
Yeah.
part about it. It's so.
it reminded me of, what was that show where they only did 2 podcasts?
The twins one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember two real and two nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It does remind
And
me
they
of
just
that.
came out banging. like, what was it? Would you fuck a man in prison or something
No,
like that?
would you stay loyal to a man in prison?
Prison.
It's like, no, I would even fuck my cousin.
Yeah, that
It's
one,
like, well,
yeah.
we're twins, so who'd you fuck? Yeah, my cousin. Part 1 of Alira's story.
so we get back to mine.
Okay, so she finds that guy. You had the clip of
She
that.
found the guy, yeah.
And so he's like, oh, fucking hell, like, you know, I know you're a celebrity. She's like, oh, fuck off.
They're going back to her house.
Yeah, here we go.
So we get back to mine. For context, I live by myself. I have Cosmo, the
Yep,
dog,
your dog.
the Groodle, and I have Harry Potter, the cat.
I like how she has to specify that she lives by herself because Abbie implies that she lives with housemates. I don't know if I've got that
Okay.
clip, but she states that she lives with housemates. But
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's just like us 3 chilling in the house. Anyway, this guy comes back to mine, and I was like, yeah, fuck, we'll just get it over and done with.
I love that approach. We're just gonna over and over. I'm done with this already.
Because I'm a fuck boy. You
you
know,
just want to have sex, and
root
you're like,
and
you know
boot.
what? But root and boot, baby.
Root and boot,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so he gets to mine. We start like getting down and dirty. He then looks at me and he's like, I'm going to be sick. And I was like, no, you're not.
You're not
No, you're
though.
not. He then goes into my fucking spare bathroom because I have 2 bathrooms.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
Vomits.
god. Rich
Vomits.
queen.
Vomits everywhere.
So this guy is so drunk. He needs to be so drunk to get with her.
Yeah.
Gets back to hers. They're about to bang. And he goes into the bathroom to projectile vomits
Projectile
everywhere.
vomits, yeah.
And I would say, at this point, like if this happened to me,
Get the fuck out.
I would just be like, okay, that's enough. We're sort of done. Help me. We're gonna go clean it up. Get out. Call an Uber. As you know, Kieran,
That's not what happens.
let's go to part 2.
He vomits. He's then like, I'll be fine. And I was like, you know
To
what?
fuck? No, you won't.
then
you
I
know
was
what?
like-
You actually won't be fine to fuck me because you
You
just
don't
vomit all
want the vomit breath.
Well, there's a whole bunch of things. Abby's like, no, fuck off. But Lyra's like, I don't know, but I'm sort of into this. Do some toothpaste. We'll go with Listerine. We're good to go. Here we go.
my walls of my spare bathroom.
Me drunk, I was like, fuck it, I don't care at this point. Get into bed. We start having sex. Midway,
Oh.
I'm going to be sick. And I was like, get the
Oh.
fuck off me. Goes into the spare bed. Into the spare bathroom. Vomits again.
At least in the spare one again. At
It
least
gets
where it was
better.
always
No, it
damaged.
gets better.
So he's so after I vomit like once and I have my big vomiting thing, I'm done. Like
Yeah.
I don't need to vomit anymore. I just need water, some
It's a big event, the vomit.
yeah.
Yeah.
After I'm done. Like
Yeah.
I'm not into the mood. Like I can't even do like a power vom anymore to get back into it. I used to be as a younger guy. Now it's like I'm vomiting. I'm going to bed.
Yeah.
I'm done.
You're checked out. Yeah.
This one guy here, obviously young, is like, no, I'm still in the game. I'm still in it. Does it for the second time. Projectile vomits everywhere. Let's go part 3.
good on him.
This story is amazing.
I wake up the next morning. My internet goes down. Where I live, there is no reception.
So you couldn't call an Uber. So you couldn't call an Uber.
So we woke up the next day. It was probably about midday. Woke up and I was like, internet's down, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
And he's trying to order an Uber and I was like, I'm fucked. Like, I don't know what's going on. What the fuck is happening, universe? What are you doing to me? He has no reception. I have no phone reception.
Shut up.
Are you ready for it?
Mm.
I then had to drive him back to his parents' house.
Okay. Number one, I don't care that he lived at his parents' house. Whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine by me. What the problem is here that you decided to fuck him.
And he's vomited twice.
He's vomited twice. Still stayed at your house.
Yeah. There wasn't get the fuck out.
No.
After the second vomit.
They woke up. They're waiting there like, oh, I can't get reception. And she didn't even go, well, let's clean up the bathroom. You just said, I'm going to drive him home. And he just lives with his parents. No shame in that. Got to save money somehow. We're going to live rent-free with those boomers. So the big question is, who is this guy? Because he was apparently a football player.
Is it like a footy player, like a footy player, or like or is it like a footy player, like I play for like the local club and I get like, is it a footy player?
No, I never kiss and tell.
And then Abbie comes along, and this is probably my favorite bit of the show.
You're still a loser. I feel like I'm gonna peer pressure you into telling me, but like you're a loser if you don't tell me.
There's so many.
I've heard 15 and 16-year-old women girls say that. These people are like in their mid to late 20s. If your friends are still saying this sort of stuff,
Like.
yeah, or
And you're a loser?
and you're a loser for not telling me who this guy is, I think you need better friends. You know? Oh.
Secrets though that I refuse to tell you. The TikToker that I fucked.
Oh yeah. Anyway, secrets being spilled. We love Alira. We got a nightmare fuel.
Yeah, amazing. I can't see why. Now let's go back to this clip here. Here.
Hey, Abbie. I just want to start by saying I think you are bloody unreal. The way you use your platform and voice to bring attention to such important issues like feminism and the importance of vaccines is just so amazing, and I admire you so freaking much. Anyway.
Amazing.
Feminism, the empowerment of women.
Empowerment of women to get fucked by a random guy, have him vomit, choosing that, despite the fact that on the front, like, oh, I know you from somewhere, so fuck off. But I fucked him anyway. And then driving him back to his mum and dad's house.
You're right. Your wife is the embodiment of feminism,
yeah,
Turch.
Proper embodiment of feminism is my wife. Proper, good citizen, pays her taxes, owns a business, pays people, hires women.
Yeah.
Successful, moral outstanding. Abbie, you are not if any sort of embodiment of feminism at all. You got any clips that I missed? I think
Play my last one. I can't remember what my last one was.
Sounds good.
Was like, fuck it, I don't care at this point. Get into bed.
Ah, there we go. Yeah,
Start having sex.
Oh, amazing! I love this podcast for all the wrong reasons. Like this is like
I know, right?
it's just like so wrong the whole time. It's like you listen to this and you go, is this how?
I was hooked. I've got to admit, I'm fucking hooked.
Well, you're gonna bring in clips for the next episode then. I was listening and I'm like, do people? I don't know people that live like this.
What? Just being like a slut?
Yeah. Like, maybe because I've been in a relationship for so long, but I've never even known other people in my life that are like this, where they'll just hook up. Literally, it sounds like they'll just hook up with anybody.
No, but they can't. But they can.
Well, they at least used to. There was a one stage in all of these women's lives that they just used to go home with anyone. Now, for me, and a very psychoanalytically sort of thing, I would love to talk to them and ask them what their relationship with their father is like, number one.
Go very Freudian here, Turch.
I have a feeling that I might be right that their father relationship ain't as good as me and my dad, right?
Secondly, let's try and get Abbie on the show.
Oh, I'd love to get
I feel
Abbie
like
on.
it would be a very fun fucking show.
It would be great. She would absolutely shit
We both
herself.
live in Melbourne, so
Yeah, I know.
this should work.
I think she was. There would be a stage where she would feel really uncomfortable with the very normal questions, because I don't think she can handle normal questions. Like, if she was to describe feminism and then I was to play her those clips and then I would go, can you just align these two things? I think she would have a real struggle. Like, I'm a libertarian, right? And I'm like, yeah, I feel like we pay too much tax. Very easy to align what I say with what I believe.
Yeah.
And, her going, how is being, like, a literal cum dumpster and feminism, like, how is that empowering? Because it sounds like you're just being filled up with other people's empowerment.
Hey, she can always come and respond to that wedding RSVP.
Someone's got to do it. Oh my God, Kieran. Hey, the only last thing of woman bashing that I got, I don't know if I should save it for the next episode, but no, I'll save it for next episode. I've got a bunch of white women rapping.
Excellent.
Save it for next episode. That's a teaser for the next episode. Kieran, I think we're going to wrap this one up. You're going to bring in more episodes, clips of this Abbie Chatfield. I think it's going to be your new passion project.
Fuck yeah.
Kieran, so good to have you
back in the studio.
And for all you lovely wankers out there, follow us, SoundCloud, iTunes, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Spotify.
Spotify's a good one. Give us a rating on Spotify. We're in some more there. We're past 10. Very exciting.
Woo!
Very exciting. And ladies and gentlemen, we will see you all next Thursday.
That's intense.
Come on, man. Motherfuckers, guys. Come on. Give me the 5-star rating, baby. Give me the 5-star. That's all I want, baby. That's all I want. I'll fuck all the beautiful girls in the goddamn world. They'll fuck a 10-star. I just want 5. 5, baby. Just 5.